Hi guys, it's Ian from OSBFX. It is Wednesday, the 22nd of March 2023. It's about 12:30 in the UK. Now, later on today, we've got the Fed interest rate decision expected to hike from 4.75% to 5%. And then later on, we've got the press conference. Traders will be listening to every word in that press conference. We've got two battles really going on at the moment. We've got the inflation battle and we've also got the banking crisis. Now, sometimes we can get a bias going into these economic data releases, and I believe today is one of those days. I want to look at DXY, that's the dollar index. We're going to break down two time frames there, and then I want to reflect that bias back onto the euro against the US dollar. Let's get to the charts. The first chart is the DXY dollar index. This is a 4-hour chart. We can see we've had quite an aggressive move to the downside since posting a high trade on the 8th of March. However, this move lower can be seen in three waves. Now, corrective formations are normally in three wave patterns. If we get down to a shorter time frame, and this is an hourly chart, here I've highlighted a support zone between 102.75 and 102.40. Now that's my bespoke support, and the 261.8% extension level at 102.48 is a Elliott wave, or completion of a 5-wave count as far as Elliott wave is concerned. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 waves. Now enthusiasts will now look for a correction to the upside. So that's giving the dollar a mild upward bias going into these figures. If the dollar's got an upward bias, then if we're using correlation, then the euro against the US dollar should move lower. Let's go and have a look at those charts. We're going to look at three different time frames because there's three different things happening here. We're going to look at the weekly chart, we're going to look at the daily chart, and we're going to look at the 8-hour chart. And this is all from a cipher formation analytical standpoint. The weekly chart, and we're assessed as being in the BC leg to the downside, giving a bearish bias. If we go to the daily chart, here we look to be forming a bat formation, and we're in this BC leg. Now, there is scope for a further move to the upside, but the eventual bias is for a move lower. If we go to the 8-hour chart, and this is the one that is offering our resistance level today, we've got a projected resistance level at 108.00 to eventually form a bat pattern. So the immediate bias, and thinking about the dollar index is starting to move higher, so euro dollar is starting to move lower. I believe that we're moving lower now in this BC leg going into this important meeting tonight. There are two support levels in the euro against the US dollar today: 106.75, 106.10. If we can breach there, then there's a possibility of getting down to 105.45. It should be noted that I believe this is a corrective leg, and we will then see buyers return to take us up to 109.75. So just to highlight what we've talked about in this video, we've talked about the dollar index hitting a support zone, reflecting that back onto the euro against the US dollar. We're starting to see some downward pressure before this Fed interest rate decision and FOMC conference. However, this downward move could be limited with 106.75, 106.10 and 105.45 support. Many thanks, guys, and good luck today.